Wildwood Cottage and welcome back to Wales. Welcome back to a sunnier Wales today. It's a beautiful day here, a beautiful autumn day. I've got lots of pottering jobs planned. I'm going to go looking for some conkers to make some soap for my dishes and for my clothes. So we're going to do that together over the next couple of days, over the next couple of vlogs. Because I've got to build a warming shelf for above the stove, and that's going to be really handy for dehydrating food. Apples and oranges and even the conkers are going to get dehydrated above there, so I can keep them in dry storage for through the winter. Apparently you can use conker soap for washing your hair, for having a shower. So I'm going to try and find as many conkers as I can. Don't worry, the wildlife will have their share. I live in the middle of a woodland on the edge of a forest, and there's plenty of trees and plenty of nuts and seeds and all that sort of stuff to go round for me and for the wildlife. So yeah, I don't feel bad going picking them. I don't feel bad taking things from the wild here, because it is very wild, as you can see behind me. And there's lots of open countryside for the wildlife to feast on, including my garden, which they do quite regularly. So yeah, anyway, we're going to get on with the video. I've got to go and get on with a couple of jobs. I need to finish doing my wood storage. I'm going to show you what I've built so far. So I hope you're enjoying my videos. I hope you enjoyed my Vlogtember, by the way. If you haven't seen those videos, do have a look in the playlist. There is a playlist section for Vlogtember 2023, and that's where I did daily vlogs throughout September and showed you what I was up to around here, a bit like a day in the life, but doing it every day so you could see what I was up to. So if you're interested in keeping up to date on my channel, do like and subscribe, do hit the notification bell, that tells you when I upload new videos, keeps you up to date with my channel, and let's get on with the video. So the girls are waiting for me. Daisy's decided to have a moult and is losing a few feathers. Gertie's very hungry. And it is 12 o'clock, so they've been very patient. Haven't you, Gertie? Have you been very patient, Gertie? She said her patience is running out. Isn't it, Gertie? Is your patience running out, Gertie? Yeah? Grace is just always quiet. Oh, here she is. Gertie's about again. Getting agitated. She's like, feed me. Aren't you, girls? Feed me. Come on then. Here we go. Come on. Let's go in. Come on. Bite. Well, they didn't seem very hungry and interested in their food. Come on. Cheeky fluffy bums. Aren't they? Right, while they're out, should we see if there's any eggs? Made a right mess in here. Need to build them a new house. Oh, we've got plenty of eggs again. I think I'm going to have to give some to the neighbour, because I'm getting a bit overrun. So I'll take some over to the neighbour in a bit. And the neighbour's always very happy to receive my eggs. He does like them. His mum is 92, I think, and they always love a good omelette off my chickens. I'm carrying on in the footsteps of a old Gordon. Look at that. He always used to give them artichokes every year. So, and flowers for his mum. The little irises that used to flower in the garden. They don't seem to flower because the chickens ate them. But, yeah, I do try to keep that going for her. Grace is having her breakfast while there's nobody else about. Aren't you, Grace? I don't know if they watch my vlogs, but they do like the food and the chickens. Right, shall we go and get the others to keep Grace company? Right, come on, Daisy. Come on, Grace. Come on, darling. all fed and watered. Got my eggs. Time to go and get on with the day. If not a bit late in the day. I want to show you something round here. Oh, look how pretty that is. They're called kefir lilies, I think. Very pretty. Right. What I want to do is this lot. I want to cut up the kindling for the fire. There's another pile of kindling there. And another pile of kindling there. But underneath, I don't know whether you can see, but there's some bits of wood. So what I want to do is I want to clear all that and that pile there and move it down to the garage. And this then, along the fence line there, is then going to be some wood storage because it's going to get the sun. The sun's always in that direction. It's up there somewhere. Not about today. But what I want to do is underneath these trees here, along the fence line, I want to build some wood storage. And I'm going to put a fence back in along here, and the chickens are going to go in front in their tunnel all the way along here, underneath that wall, and then come out where that board is there. So that's the plan for them. But I've got some 1/4 inch mesh, so there's not going to be any rats or stoat or anything able to get in. It's going to be a complete circle all the way round. So the mesh will be on the bottom as well as on the top. But I'm thinking of building a bit of wood storage here and getting rid of these metal sheets. I can use them as roofing on the top. And this is going to be for a picket fence along the top where the fruit trees and that are. I think that's going to look really nice. And I'm going to bring the metal fence back down here, and the metal fence is going to go back along here, and then I'm hoping to get some nice bushes in and let the wildlife back down here, because down here is going to be my raised beds for my overflow of vegetables. So what I'm thinking of doing is moving this bed over and just having one big long bed where I can get in to get to the back, and then a bed along the back there, and then another bed here, and then the chickens can forage along the fence line there. I have planted some hedging plants in the ground and they've started to grow, so that's good. So I'm going to carry that on along here, and I'm hoping to fill the gap there as well, and I've got a deutzia there, so I'm hoping that's going to work there. This did used to have a clematis on it, so I'm going to get another clematis because the builders cut it and it never came back and it died. So it was a lovely purple one that Gordon had put in. So I'm going to move this fence and then I'm going to plant along here as well, and I'm thinking of putting the raspberries here because I think that'll be a good space for it. I'll move this cotoneaster. But that's my thinking so far. There is a holly that needs taking out because I don't want a big holly bush there. I don't want it growing under the foundations of the shed. So I am going to replace the roof on the shed, I've decided. It's too much faff with the perspex, so that's got to go. So yeah, that's my job for this week. I'm going to try and get some order around the back here. I don't want any rats moving in. And I need to rescue my raspberries out of this water. I think they're going to be gone, to be honest with you. I don't think they're going to do anything. If I take them out the water, we shall see. So, yeah, that's my thinking for that. All that brick there is going to be for the chimney in the barn for the log burner. So that's going to be nice. And then that's the little woodland bit up there, which I want to make more of a feature of once I've got the wood storage sorted. So that's my thinking for that. It is under the shelter of the trees here, so I think it's going to be fine. I did take a lot of the big branches off. Well, I didn't, but the tree surgeon did last spring. So that's all done now. Unfortunately, the ones along the fence line here are starting to die, and this one's splitting. The branches are splitting, so I'm got to keep an eye on it. This one here at the back is dead, this one. But that's not on my garden, so I'm not responsible for that, even though it's the landlord's garden. And this tree here, that's gone all gnarly and is starting to fall to bits, to be honest with you. But I don't think that one's going to cause a problem, this one here, because I think it'll just decay, to be honest. It's not long enough to cause a problem, and if it's going to fall into this tree, so it doesn't have a big top on it. The top snapped off. So yeah, less talking, more work. I'm going to go down to the garage and go and sort out what's going on down there. So this is my wood storage so far, my L-shaped wood storage I showed you me building in the last vlog, my last week's video. And this is the first part. I'm going to finish filling that up today. And then this is the other L-shaped bit. I'm wondering if I've made it a bit narrow. I'm wondering if I need to make it a bit bigger. I can always extend it, but that was the size of the pallets that I had, so that was the size that I worked with. I need to put a back on here because I've got a feeling these logs might blow out in the wind. So I'm going to just put another pallet or piece of wood along the back and anchor it in there, and then that way this wood won't fall out the back. So I don't think it'll matter once it gets higher up, but I just think if I can stabilise the bottom, then the top will be a lot better. It is drying out. I did realise that I needed to make the sides a little bit wider, so that's what I've done. I've also extended the roof a bit up here. I just need to extend it out at the back there. I've extended it out at the front there. And this is the wood I brought through last week, so I'm going to carry on doing that. I'm also going to get the log splitter out, and I'm going to split the logs and put them away straight away instead of everything being stacked up in the garage. Just think that'll work out a lot easier because I've got to move it anyway. So I'm going to bring the log splitter out here. I'm going to bring the logs out, split them, and then put them away straight away. The woodshed is near enough finished. It's all working properly. The rat hasn't been back, so that's a relief. The hornets have gone. They haven't been around for a few nights. So I think everything's going to settle down, which is good. Sorting the wood out, and I've been stacking it up into rounds. I've taken some of it into the garage already, and I'm just going to clear this section today and what's in the garage, and then the next time I do it I'll do this section, and then I'll do this section, and then there'll just be this bit here at the back to sort out. But what I have found is this beautiful piece of wood. Now it's a piece of oak, and it's just such a lovely sculptural piece. I mean, how much would that cost if it was a piece of slate? Beautiful. I mean, it's got all the lovely bark on the side. So what I'm thinking of putting it in the garden. So I think it would be lovely. I've got one of those burning tools, so when it's dried out next summer, I might see if I can get a stencil and put a design in it. I'm not sure, but yeah, I just love all this age that's in it. This looks like it's been from where the chainsaw's gone through here, and they've chopped the branches, and yeah, I just think it's really pretty, really nice. Not too keen on this side. but I do really like this side. So I'm going to take it up to the garden. I've got my trolley. I'm going to see where I want it. I'll just take it to the yard for now. There's another one here. Can you see this one? So I think I might put that one up there as well. I've got an old tree stump and it needs a top. And then I'm going to put a plant pot on it. So I might put that on there. And there's this one here. But they're just far too big to go in the log splitter. So I may just put them around the garden and let them rot down in the garden and be bits of sculpture in the garden. I think that would be really nice. So I think this is about my maximum for my old log splitter, but I wouldn't want to put it through the year. I mean, all the rings in this, isn't it beautiful? Seems a shame to put it in the fire. You can see where like it's grown really uniform, and then all of a sudden, once it's established itself, it's put on all its growth on that side to strengthen itself, because that's what conifer trees do. They always grow stronger on one side, and that's usually to protect them from the wind so they don't blow over, because this one's the same. You've got a uniform bit of growth in the middle, and then you've got all that growth on one side, and that's just where it puts down its roots, and that stabilises the tree, and then it's got really good roots on one side to stop it blowing over in the wind. But if you get the wind in the wrong direction, like here, you've not got the stability that you've got on that side, and that's why they fall over, and you get that pan effect on the bottom where the roots have just grown on the surface of the soil. And that's just simply because it's put on all its growth on one side and not on the other. So there's a useful fact for you. Anyway, I've got this lot to shift, and I'm going to take my piece of wood, pop it in the yard for the time being, and then see where I'm going to put it. As you can see, we've got lots of leaf fall going on, so when the weather dries up, I'll come out with my rake and brush it all up, put it on the garden, because there's lots. Because this beech tree now, it's just starting to drop all its leaves, and once that tree drops, it goes along there and straight in the garage. Right, let's get this. And this now is going to go on here, and I'm going to take it through to the yard. So I've got my log storage done and built, and as you can see, I've got it all filled up on this side now. I just need to do round the other side. I've got no shoes on, so I can't take you around and show you. Bare feet. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. It seems to be keeping dry out of the rain. It does make the area feel a bit smaller, but it makes it feel a bit more secluded as well. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. As the wood dries out, it's going to look nice. I know it's not supposed to be a decoration, but you do want it to look nice when you're looking at it from the kitchen window. So yeah, very pleased. I'm going to go and carry on with my log splitting, and hopefully that'll all dry out for us to use in the fire for next year, and then I can refill it again and put the wood in that'll be for the year after. So you can see daylight through it, so it's got plenty of air circulating through it. The bottom's very wet because all the wood was soaking, but all the stuff towards the top is nice and dry. So I'm a very happy lady, and now I'm going to go and get on with something else. So I'm going to go and take some eggs to the neighbour now, and leave them in the house for them. I'll do while I'm out is I'm going to go and see if I can find any conkers. It's a beautiful old fig tree here at the neighbour's house. Gorgeous. Against the Alstrom area, it looks lovely. do like figs. Very tasty. So I'm out looking for conkers. Seen this old conker tree. I think it was a conker tree or a fir tree. Really old. Look how big the thing is. It's great, isn't it? It's a very old tree, but sadly it needed to be taken down. But yeah, conkers. See if we can find any. Because there is, just there, a big old conker tree. So I need to see if I can find any conkers. Let's have a look. Conkers. Not very big ones, mind. But still, that's two. There's another one. Another one. To start. So this is my haul of conkers for this afternoon. I think I'll take myself out for a walk later and see if I can find any more. But that's not bad for about 10 minutes work. So at least I can dry them out and make some soap, which will be handy. Apparently you can use it for washing your dishes and washing your clothes, and I may even try it in the dishwasher as a natural soap. But first I want to build a shelf for above this stove to dry them out and put them in my pocket and take them home. There's some nice mycelium in this lawn over here. Lots of nice toadstools. I'm not going to pick them though, because I don't know what they are. Never picked a mushroom to eat in my life, so I'm not going to start now. But something's been having a nibble. Very nice. I think I've reached the end of it now with the conkers. Oh, another one. They're all nice and glossy. Keep thinking that's it, and then more show up. The wind's knocked them quite far away from the tree, from the actual tree itself. I mean, the tree is over there. Well, I suppose the canopy's just above my head. I think that is pretty much it now. And before you all scream at me that I'm taking food away from the wildlife, I live in a forest. There are plenty of trees. Plenty of food, acorns, horse chestnuts, beech nuts. So I don't have to worry about pinching the food from the squirrels, because there's plenty around. Plenty for everybody. And looking at the amount of leaves that are left on the tree, whatever's going to have eaten off it has probably eaten off it already. I do love finding them when they're inside the shell. Feel like you found a bit of treasure. Right, I think I'm going to go home now. Go and try and build a shelf above the stove to dry them on. Because I think that'll be a good place to dry them out. And anything else I want to dry or keep warm. Right. So I'm back home and these are the conkers that I found. So I'm going to pop them in this box for the time being and sort my shelf out. So go in there. Quite a few in there. And then I've got to chop them up. And then put them on the shelf to dry. So I'm just going to sort my shelf out. And I'll sort them out as well. We'll see you in a bit. That's it for me for today. I've got my hat back on because it's cold and my big cardigan. I've got all that wood splitting done that I wanted to get done this evening, so I'm going to go in out the cold and go and get myself in front of the fire. Enjoy the rest of your week and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye for now. Bye bye.